Hello, this is Holly from House of How To, and today I am doing an unboxing of my latest Createspace proof for We Can't Be Broken, in which I used a Canva cover that I created at canva.com. You ready? Okay. Here it is. So from Createspace, I chose the 5.25 by 8 trim size. I used cream color paper and black and white printing. And the cover was designed using the Canva tool, so canva.com, not Createspace. So just to compare this to my first proof for We Can't Be Broken, where I did create the cover on Createspace. So very different overall, I'd say. On Createspace, you don't have a lot of freedom with changing the layout of the text or the color of the text or the size of the text or the placement of the text. They have about a dozen templates or so, and basically wherever the template has the text, that's where your text is going, and that's the color of the text, and that's where your author name is going as well. So you can't get rid of this box. Like this one here has got this box around it. That doesn't come off. The shading can't come off. Overall, it just doesn't look that great. The images are kind of nice. It's got some kids on it, but overall, I just don't think it looks very professional. I think I could have probably made something better on Word or had my teenage niece make something. I don't know. Don't think it's great. However, comparing it to the Canva cover that I created, which I am by all means not a designer at all, but I came up with like a really sharp, clean image. They have lots of images on Canva, and you can change the font color, the font size, the placement of the font, basically do whatever you want. It's basically a creator tool. Some of the downsides to Canva, it's a little tricky to create a paperback cover. They don't have a template on there. You have to download a template from Createspace, where you have to know the number of pages in your book, you have to know the trim size and the type of paper you're going to use. And then you download a PDF or a PNG, and then you bring that into Canva, and you have to basically overlay it on your image to make sure it's the right size. So what could go wrong? I'm about to show you. So on the spine here, like the front, I think is pretty spot on. Like, I think it looks nice. I think it's pretty good. But the spine, which is the tricky part because you don't have a ruler on Canva, which for the life of me, I don't know why. Maybe if you have the paid version of Canva, maybe you get a ruler. But for the free version, there's no ruler. I spent a lot of time trying to find it. But if you can see on the spine, it's just a little bit off. So you can see part of the back cover on the spine. And so it's not centered, and it just doesn't look very good. So I'm not terribly concerned because this was for my beta readers versus this one's for my critique partners. This was an earlier version, and I was basically dabbling with trying to figure out how to create my own cover without having to hire a cover artist. I came across Canva on a writer's forum, and so I tried to make my cover, and I really liked this cover, but I decided later that I actually don't like it for this particular book. Like, I think it's a clean, sharp, decent looking cover for a novice to create it, but it's not really what I want to use, so I ended up hiring a artist to create my cover. So these are both just critique partner, beta version. Soon I shall get some concepts from my designer, which I'm very, very excited about because he seems to know a lot about covers and has a lot of experience in the business, so very excited about that. But I do definitely recommend Canva if you can't afford to hire a cover artist, or if you have that design eye. Like, if you're like, I just need the tool. I've got all these images and you know exactly what you want on your cover. I think it's a great tool. It's very inexpensive. For example, for this, they have images that are free to use versus this one was a one-time fee of like $1 to use it for like 2,000 times or something like that, which I'm only gonna use it for this. But it was $1. And if you use your own images or don't use images at all, or they're free images, it costs you $0. That's pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with it overall. Like I said, though, I'm not actually going to use this cover. I got a designer for that. And that's it for me today. That's unboxing my Createspace proof, my beta version. And I'm very excited because all my betas will be sending me all their feedback today, by the end of today. I've gotten 3 so far. So I'm really excited to be in the final stages of my book. When I get the final from Createspace, I'll definitely be back.